Welcome to the Weekly Course of Action, Week 13. I'm Gwen Bortner. This week I want to talk to you about the concept of prioritization. Now I know this isn't a new concept, and probably at least one of the tools I'm going to talk to you about isn't new either. But I do want you to think about it in potentially a new way. When we talk about prioritization, most of us will think of the priority matrix that talks about urgent versus important. And in fact, this was created by our past president, Dwight D. Eisenhower. The matrix typically has on the top important and on the bottom not important, and then on the right not urgent and on the left urgent. Now, as we think about those matrix, we start coming up with quadrants, and almost everything we do can fall into one of those four quadrants. Now, often we believe that we're doing things that are important and usually urgent, but often we're really not if we actually sit down and think about what is the value of the thing that we're doing. So the idea is to draw out a matrix just like I described: important, not urgent, urgent, and lay each task or project or activity that you're going to do in any given day or any given week into that matrix. And be pretty critical about asking yourself urgent versus important. Because so often we tie urgent to important, but it's not actually important. It's just got a deadline. It's got some high pressure. It's the squeaky wheel, and so it feels important, but often it's not. As you do this, what I want you to then look at is, where do all of your activities fall? Do the majority fall on the urgent side or the not urgent side? Do the majority of them fall in important or not important? As you look at that, it begins to evaluate what should you be spending your time on. Obviously, spending time on important activities is a much better use of your time than unimportant activities. And although there's usually some in kind of the not important that have to get done, it shouldn't be taking the majority of your time. By the same token, most of us think we want to focus on the urgent activities, but reality is the important but not urgent usually is the thing that we really need to be working on. It's the items that are going to move our business forward, are going to make a big lasting impact, are going to be valuable for the long term, or if we don't get done, are going to slide over to the important and urgent category because we're going to start bumping up against a deadline. So this week, as you're looking at all of your activities that you're working on, I encourage you to use a priority matrix. Lay out everything on your list and then focus on what are the things that are in the important and not urgent category that you should be working on, that you may be postponing for some of the things that fall into the urgent and maybe not important category. And as you do that, hopefully you'll find that you're making much better progress as you move forward in your business. I'll see you next week on the Weekly Course of Action.